At the end of episode 9, there are still so many unanswered questions that they cannot possibly finish everything in a single episode. It appears that MobLand will at least receive a second season, if not more. Although scheduling conflicts with the well-known cast will undoubtedly be a problem, the streaming hit's overwhelming popularity suggests that a second season is almost a certain. The season finale should, at the very least, resolve a few major narrative elements, the most important of which is undoubtedly what happens to Conrad and Maeve. Additionally, Herrian and Kat are scheduled to meet, most likely to talk about the first favor he owes her. Given Harry's repeated cautions against her involvement, Bella's plan involving a Syrian arms dealer, the Home Secretary, her father, and Antoine is likely to be exposed, but it could end badly for her. After the armed police raid that she and her daughter had to go through as a result of her husband's work, we might see that Jan reached her breaking point. It's safe to assume that MobLand's season finale will be explosive and that there will be a significant number of deaths. Perhaps the most mysterious character in Paramount Plus' MobLand is Bella Herrian, whose global plot and ultimate purpose have been kept a secret until the conclusion of episode 9. Before becoming Kevin's wife at the age of 20, Bella was one of Conrad's consorts, therefore her history with the Harrigans is confusing. An important detail is missing from that story, and it might have to do with Kevin's other brother, whose identity was disclosed near the end of episode 8. Aside from her history with the Harrigans, Bella is involved in what is arguably the most enigmatic plotline in MobLand's contemporary setting. Thus far, she has been depicted negotiating with Antoine, a Frenchman who is interacting with Bella on behalf of an unidentified customer. Although the specifics of his position are still unknown, Bella's father, a businessman with ties to the government's halls of power, is also somehow implicated. The name of Antoine's customer was disclosed in episode 9, but sadly, Bella's true motivations are still unknown. In the gripping and gory criminal thriller MobLand, paranoia, more especially, paranoia about betrayal, permeates every nook and cranny, and in episode 9 of the first season, one particular enigmatic rat may have finally come to light. The fact that one of the Harrigans' inner circle had been collaborating with their competitor, Richie Stevenson, from the start of the series was confirmed in episode 8. The unwilling mole in Richie's group, Freddy, was assassinated by Tom Hardy's character Harry D'Souza after he divulged that knowledge. The audience was not informed of the rat's identity, though, because the reveal took place off-screen. Theories concerning which of the Harrigans is covertly collaborating with Richie have been circulating ever since. A number of personalities can be argued for, and the most of them have good cause to support Conrad Harrigan's murder or demise. While Maeve's covert correspondence with Richie on Serafina and Brendan's whereabouts in Antwerp undoubtedly points the finger at her, a pivotal scene from MobLand's episode 9 implies it was actually another, more surprising player. Instead of using a wire to send Alice inside Conrad's manor, Tatterol placed a listening device in her phone, which was much more dangerous for her health because of how readily it might be found. In the short time she was there, she never received a complete admission of guilt or confirmation of any criminal behavior, but that was never her real objective. In order to aid in their conviction, she was there to extract DNA from Conrad, Maeve, or both if at all feasible. It was suspicion of murder that led to their arrest. The authorities did not yet have hard proof, but Alice and Tattersol's ultimate goal was to produce the proof they required to permanently imprison Conrad and Maeve. Tattersall disclosed that he was aware that Alice, whose true name is clearly Nicola, had twice accepted payment to assist in the planting of DNA evidence that could have implicated criminals. Their strategy for the Harrigans is to get them arrested and then fabricate evidence to get them imprisoned, which implies that Tattersall and Alice/Nicola are both okay with breaking the law to get someone rightfully condemned. That strategy has an intriguing twist in that Tattersall is collaborating closely with Richie Stevenson, who is really in charge. Richie wants Colin to get Conrad and Maeve into any type of jail so he can kill them himself. He has no intention of letting them rot away in a cell. Richie was more than happy to work with a dishonest detective like Tattersall to finally get his retribution because Conrad and Maeve had both his son's and wife's blood on their hands. Now that she's recovered from her ordeal with Jamie Lopez, Serafina practically serves as her father's right hand during supper. Conrad first asked Alice to dinner because he had doubts about her motivations. Later in the episode, when they are in their sauna together, Maeve even asks him directly whether he believes she is an informant. But Serafina, not Conrad, questions Alice to learn more about her motivations. It demonstrates her undying devotion to her father, who cherishes her beyond all of his children. Now that she's recovered from her ordeal with Jamie Lopez, Serafina practically serves as her father's right hand during supper. Conrad first asked Alice to dinner because he had doubts about her motivations. Later in the episode, when they are in their sauna together, Maeve even asks him directly whether he believes she is an informant.